All right. Leta Powell Drake, what's up with Rory Calhoun?
We welcome back.
Oh, excuse me.
Don't.
I said I like your watch. I like those big numbers.
Well, listen. There's a reason for that. It's called you can't see, so it's Timex makes
I've seen that. Well, I don't have any numbers because I can't read the number. I got dots. I see dots all the time anyhow.
You know who he is, Francis Timothy McCowan.
You left out the Michael.
Francis
Timothy
Michael
McCowan.
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 And that's why we call him Rory Calhoun, because he's got all those other things.
All those initials come out to Rory Calhoun.
Welcome back to Capitol and to Nebraska. It's marvelous to see you, Mr. Calhoun.
Well, thank you. It's so nice of you to say that.
Well, listen, have you been having to jet back and forth between L.A. and D.C. in order to shoot a lot of the scenes for Capitol?
No, I haven't. I think some of the group are...
Think about Rory Calhoun here, 36 years old. He just aged terribly.
Out in Washington right now, but I wasn't included in that. And I think there's been a rumor that we may all be going in September, but no one's confirmed that. So, but I'm holding September open anyhow.
Is that for the big wedding?
Well, the wedding's over.
The wedding has taken
Yeah,
place.
the wedding's taken place, and Tyler married Julie, and now everybody's really biting at each other. All the intrigue and the nastiness and the goodness and
What a cool name, Rory Calhoun. Is there a cooler name?
it's all, you know, one big ball and churning around in there like that. And
Well, how
once
is,
in a while, spit something out.
how is Capitol doing in the ratings? Because it was the first soap opera, new soap opera, to come down the pike in about 9 years. So how are you holding up now?
Well, I can only go by the last rating. The last rating was we were in the first 10 of daytime shows. I don't know if that meant soaps or all shows. But as you know, in this business, next week it can change. You can be 12 or 15. And
You think Leta fucked him? You think Leta fucked Rory Calhoun?
you can go back down to 5. You just, we haven't been on long enough. It's 17 months to really get a flat, you know, a level on it where you know that every week you have X amount of viewers who are going to.
She's calling him out for having low ratings because she is the best / worst interviewer that's ever fucking lived.
View your show. And there's a lot of people who are into other shows, and we come in the middle of a half hour.
Yeah.
So we have to come in the middle of an hour show, and it's kind of hard to get people away from a show they like and they've been watching for a number of years to switch over and go to you. But with little luck, we might get some of them.
Yeah.
Don't touch my things. What if she gets really nasty? Don't touch my desk. Don't touch my desk. Don't touch Leta's desk. Thanks.
I would think shooting in Washington, D.C. would be fraught
Washington.
with problems because there are demonstrations. You know, everybody is coming to Washington to demonstrate.
Yeah, but this was in 1983. That's over. Nobody's demonstrating in Washington, D.C. anymore. All right? That's a fucking time. That's a bygone era. All right? No one does that anymore. It's 2021. Demonstrating in Washington, D.C. is over. We've all learned our lesson. Listen to this bitch. What the fucking think she is?
One time or another. And I understood that you had just shot a series of sequences around the Washington Monument. It was already in the can.
Yeah.
And this was at the time, if you'll recall, not too long ago, where that man was going to bomb, had, you know, supposedly planted a bomb.
shot him, I think.
Damn. Fucking beast.
Yeah, in the monument. But the thing is, if they had blown up the monument, you know, how do you people handle that?
Well, me, I don't know. I just don't know. How do you answer something like that? You know, if I was the government, I'd have
You answer something like that. Rory's already getting pissed at her.
the guy in the slammer for a long time. As a citizen, I'd be irate because it is one of our monuments as an American. And that would upset me, but what can I individually do about it? Go grab the guy and shoot him? I don't think I'd better try that.
How's Carolyn Jones doing?
I don't know. I haven't heard about from Carolyn or about her.
Damn, Rory
condition.
Calhoun. He left home at 17 to escape beatings from his stepfather and began hot wiring cars. After robbing several jewelry stores, this was in the 30s, 40s. He stole cars and drove it across state lines. This made it a federal offense, and he was recaptured. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison. He served the sentence at the United States Medical Center for Federal Prisoners in Springfield, Missouri. He remained there until he was paroled shortly before his 21st birthday. Calhoun worked at a number of odd jobs, including mechanic, logger, California Redwoods, hard rock miner, and a cowboy in Arizona. Look at him. This guy was a fucking criminal, a jewel thief.
In 2 months, and I have their phone number, and I called there, and the machine says, this is a machine, but we will get back to you, and so far, nothing.
I like when machines announce that they're machines. I don't want to be fooled like that Streamlabs bitch.
So I don't really know.
Well, I know that she is in a coma, and we just...
I heard that was a rumor.
Yeah. Well, it came out in print. Now, whether that makes it true or not, we're not certain.
I just heard
Based.
someone talking about, and they said that
here's
it had been retracted
Yeah.
or something.
Well, there's the little article. Carolyn Jones said to be in a coma, and also she's suffering from cancer at Los Angeles Hospital. The strange thing about this, you take a character who is now developed. You remember Carolyn Jones also from the Addams Family.
Yeah, she played Morticia.
Yeah. You take a character who is developed and developing, and then how difficult is it to replace that character? You know, to still be the same person, but put another actor in there.
Oh, it's awfully tough. Because someone, when you create a role...
Oh, no, yeah, Carolyn, this interview's in 1983. Carolyn Jones died in 1983. 1930 to 1983. Jones was diagnosed with colon cancer in 1981 after experiencing recurring stomach problems, but continued to work while her colleagues... she was being treated for ulcers. After a period of an apparent remission, the cancer returned in 82. In July 1983, she fell into a coma at her home in West Hollywood, where she died. Caroline was cremated on August 4th in a memorial service held at Glass Bend Willen Mortuary in California. Her ashes were interred into her mother's crypt at Memorial Park. She donated her Morticia costume and a wig to the Academy of Motion Pictures of Arts and Sciences, while a collection of Addams Family scripts were donated to the Bailey Britton UCLA. Yeah, she was Morticia Addams.
It's awfully tough for somebody to go in there and try to recreate it because they are used to seeing it a certain way with certain kinds of looks and your particular personality, good or bad, evil or pleasant, injected into it, and someone else would do it in another way, getting the same idea across, but it's a different person doing it. It's difficult.
Yeah. You acted with Marilyn Monroe.
Yes.
Could she really act?
There it is. The thing with Leta Powell Drake's interviews is, even you think, okay, this is going to be fine. I mean, you know, she's being all right. And then she asked something like this. You acted with Marilyn Monroe. Could she really act? What the fuck is wrong with this woman? What is wrong with this woman?
With Marilyn Monroe.
Yes.
Could she really act?
I think Marilyn Monroe was really a fine actress, and I'll tell you why, because she had a style that no one else has ever had before or since. And when you heard that breathless thing, people have tried to copy it, and I've seen them try to do it in film. Not the same. She was...
My buddy's saying that she clearly wants to fuck Rory Calhoun. I think so. The body language is there.
When you can't just look at Marilyn Monroe as a sex symbol, although that's what she was
Want to fuck it bet?
known for. You know, she was that gal that everybody wanted to keep on the side. You know, but
I like Rory. Hey, man, I like Rory Calhoun. That gal that everybody wanted to keep on the side. Fuck yeah, Rory. Hell yeah, Rory's the man. Oh, fuck. F's in the chat for Rory Calhoun. What a fucking hero. Look at that face. Look at that. Look at that smug. Look at that smug smile. Look at that smug smile. He died in 1999. So wait a second. He died at age 76. This interview was done. He was only 60 years old? This is him at 60? What a terrible 60, buddy. It's not the best looking 60-year-old I've seen. This is 60-year-old? Oof.
But she was a craftsman and knew what she was doing.
How difficult is it to decide when you're given the opportunity to do movie roles how good it's going to be? Like that terrible thing you did, Motel Hell, that came out about a year or so.
It's called alcoholism, Royce. You're right. You're right.
You can't go into it knowing this is going to be awful.
No.
I mean, you can just hope for the best. You take it and say, well,
You think he banged Marilyn Monroe? I think he banged Marilyn Monroe.
Starts out to make a bad picture. They may have a low budget, but they hope it will, do something. No one starts out to make a bad picture, but unfortunately, sometimes they turn out that way.
What a charming fellow. I like Rory Calhoun.
Did quite well at the box office,
Did it?
oddly enough, and it got nothing but raps, from the reviewers, and they didn't like me in it. They still thought I ought to be on a horse instead of playing another character. And that's fine and dandy, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But it did quite well at the box
well,
office.
good. I'm glad something good came of it.
Yeah.
Do you know you have wonderful eyebrows? You have wonderful eyebrows.
Well, they don't come.
She wants him. She wants him. You could tell. You could tell she wants him.
Off.
They do.
Yeah.
Look how dark they are. Your hair is gray, but your eyebrows.
Well, there's
stayed so
a lot
dark.
of gray in those eyebrows.
I know, but primarily.
Look at that. Uh-oh. We're seeing a little crush here. Oh, boy. Nailed it, Jess. You fucking nailed it. Look at that. He had sex with her. He had to. You think he fucked her? Very charismatic. No, you're right. He probably got a lot of pussy.
Fairly dark.
Yeah.
Listen, I loved you all.
Don't stop now. Now's when I need you.
Fucking. What a charming man. What a charming man. He knows what he's doing. Don't stop now, huh? Good for him.
Old and alone.
Old. You're alone?
Well,
We can work out something.
Did you catch that? Oh my God, did you catch that? You're alone. We could work on some. Oh boy.
don't stop now. Now's when I need you. I'm old and alone.
Old. You're alone?
Well,
We can work out something.
We can work something out. We can work something out. We can work something out. We can.
I'm old and alone.
Old. You're alone?
Well,
We can work out something.
wait, we're on the air.
Wait, we're on the air.
Rory Calhoun, what a pleasure. What a pleasure. May Capital be very successful. We
Thank
look
you.
for you every day here on 1011 Strong at 1:30. Capital.
Love it.
Rory Calhoun, thank you.
Thank you.
Please stay with
Wow. I will. I would love to interview her. I got to get in contact with her. I'm going to get her on the show. I want to interview Leta Powell Drake. I want to see. I'm going to ask her all the famous people that she fucked.